I know he's sick of my money, cause every time he call, he wish that he closer and in my left right pocket.
What is up, guys? It's your boy GBX Ghost Bunny X, and I'm here to talk about the Misfits 006 card. I was just in a Twitter space probably like 5 minutes ago. We had some interesting takes, some interesting conversations. It was just an overall great thing, so I just wanted to shout that out. I've never had a conversation in the crossover boxing space that's been so civil, in a sense, I guess. We were talking back and forth in a productive way. I think that is the best way to say it, a productive way. No longer going to keep you guys waiting. Let's get right into the breakdown of this Misfits 06 card. Now, obviously, we know we have JMX versus Le'Veon Bell, but I do want to go over the undercards first. The current consensus from pretty much everyone about the card is that it's trash. At first glance, for most people who are just looking at the biggest fights or looking to watch the biggest fights, it looks like a lackluster card, but in reality, it's not. Not only is Misfits continuing to bring new faces to the scene, but they are bringing new fighters to the scene that actually do have an audience, and they have power with their names. So the first fighter on the card seems to be Udi Gang, aka Elijah Smith, who seemed to have a fight planned for March 18th, which was pretty much today, and, well, it got canceled due to his opponent pulling out. Elijah will be fighting someone by the name of Kra, but at this moment I don't really know who he is. I couldn't really find anything either. So the next fight is one I'm super excited for, which it features Kimbo Slice Jr., aka Baby Slice, versus OJ Rose, who has had 2 or 3 fights, who is also being followed by the ICB. I'm not sure if he's held a belt or not, but I'll get back to you guys on that one. I just know this is going to be a complete show. I can't wait to see it. I know Kimbo Slice hasn't exactly been living up to what his father brought to the table, I guess you would say, but I'm still super excited. I think he's got a huge future in the crossover boxing space, so I'm super excited, and I can't believe they even got him on the card, which is really cool, so super excited for that. Now we have our first returning face to Misfits with Chase D'Amore fighting Stevie Knight. D'Amore's last boxing performance against Josh Bruckner was horrendous, and it looks like he's looking for redemption. Stevie Knight, on the other hand, is a content creator with 600,000 subscribers on YouTube and looks to make a lasting mark with Misfits. The next fight I'll be talking about actually almost happened on Misfits 05. If some of you remember, I did talk about a fighter who was rumored to fight Waleed before Ace Musa was set to be the official replacement fight. As we all know, Waleed's fight ended up not happening, and Mans was dead set on having him fight on Misfits card for 06. Unfortunately for Waleed, this might not go his way. Waleed will be fighting A Pop, or aka Stamar Mitchell, and like I said before, this guy's got a lot of power in his punches, and this could be an upset that could change whether or not we even get Waleed versus Dean 2. And I have also just been told that Waleed will be fighting on March 18th today. I don't know the opponent, but he is fighting, so this is going to be a second professional bout, which means that his fight on Misfits 06 will be his third. Now we look at the main card of the event, starting with Minicon returning to the ring to fight Jake the Viking. Now, Jake the Viking was on Minicon's hit list that he posted on Instagram. Chase D'Amore was also on that. We'll just have to see how this goes. If I'm being completely honest, I think Jake the Viking takes this. Minicon's last fight was against Nick Joseph, aka Nick Nack Paddywhack. The fight was overall disappointing, to be honest, but Minicon did win. Jake the Viking has been on his hit list, and we'll get to watch a fight that I believe some are sleeping on. Now, this one I know is hyped by a lot of different fans, especially in the Twitter space that I just talked in. Vela versus Paul Bamba. A fight that looks to put on a show like literally no other. Vela is coming off a win against Dr. Mike on the Jake versus Silva undercard, while Paul Bamba was supposed to fight Tommy, but the fight was switched after Tommy didn't make weight. But Tommy was able to fight, not Paul, which was really disappointing, really upsetting to see. But now we get to see Paul Bamba fight on a Misfits card, which is going to be insane. Overall, both of the fighters have what it takes to put the other one down. Only one winner is coming out of this fight, and I truthfully don't know who it's going to go to. Now we look at our co-main event, which will make history as the first women's crossover boxing match to be a co-main event. Now, the only problem I have with this event this fight is the fact that it's not for a belt. We've only seen really one or two weight classes in the women's division, and I think that it's really going to boost the women's division in terms of crossover boxing. But at the same time, why aren't they fighting for a belt? So Misfits is just leading the way in crossover boxing. In this match, we get to see Fangs finally fight, and she's fighting Jesta Minx, who is coming off a win from the first Creator Clash held by iDubbbz. We've seen some pad work from Fangs, but don't know enough yet to say if she has an advantage in this fight. But right now, all I can see is a scrap happening between the both of them. But with Jesta Minx coming out with the win, I think in her last fight, I think she will come out with the win this fight. Not to say that Fangs will not be back. She did sign a multi-fight deal with Misfits not too long ago. And of course, last but not least, we have the main event, JMX versus Le'Veon Bell, the former FIFA YouTuber versus the NFL star, has people wondering if JMX is over his head. Personally, I think it's more even of a matchup than people think. After reviewing Le'Veon's last fight, I can see gaps in his weaknesses that if JMX can capitalize on, then it's going to be a short night. But then again, if Le'Veon can get that perfect shot like he did in his last fight, then it could be a long night for JMX. As we saw, it took a while for Le'Veon to finally get his perfect shot. I love this. I love doing these videos. I know they're not as in-depth as some would want them, but it's a little easier once we get closer to fight week. Will I be going to this event? I don't know. I've been thinking about it. 100% am going to the Misfits event that will be in Nashville, but I do not know about this one yet. Never been to New Orleans before, so that would be a cool adventure of vlogs, posts, all this different kind of stuff. So maybe we'll just have to see. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to absolutely knock out that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.